So in this video, what I would like to attempt to do is define life coaching. What it is, what it isn't, where it comes from, what its roots are, and all this sort of thing, so that you can get a better understanding of exactly what it is that we're working with here. Now, what I amn't gonna do, I've not written a sentence on the board that you can try to remember and repeat to anyone if anyone ever asks you what life coaching is at some point in the future. What I'm going to do instead, I'm going to explain to you as honestly as possible what life coaching is for me, because this is going to help you to understand what to expect from the rest of the course. It's also going to help you to manage your expectations of where it is that we're fundamentally going here, and this is also going to be really good for you because this is going to help you to stay outside of the life coaching box. Because as we progress throughout this course, you're going to discover that when it comes to life coaching, there are no rules, there is no box, and you really can't get it wrong. If you fundamentally just care about people and you want to help, the most crucial investment that you can make is into developing yourself, your listening skills, your communication skills, your knowledge base, your experience of life, so that you can fundamentally relate to other people in the most effective ways, in view of just simply coaching them through the problems and the hurdles and the life obstacles that they face. So, this stuff isn't scripted, by the way. All right, what is life coaching? How could we even begin to define this? Well, before we take a look at what life coaching is, how about we take a brief look at what life coaching isn't? Because life coaching most certainly isn't advice giving. It's not about telling people what to do. Many people think that it is. Life coaching isn't about being someone else's guru. Life coaching isn't about counseling. It's not about listening to people's problems. It's not a talking therapy. Life coaching isn't a therapy. Life coaching isn't teaching. Life coaching isn't just a discussion. It's not just an everyday interaction. Life coaching is about drawing out the very best in people. It's about offering more of a platform, a foundation on which other people can just authentically be themselves and reflect on what's actually true from them and what they want. Life coaching for me is more of a combination of a few different skills. It's a mix of communication skills, language patterns, practical techniques, frameworks, wisdom, and insight. Now, if you'll just look at what's appeared on the board behind me, there is a definition of life coaching. Now, I do know that at the start of this video I did suggest that I wouldn't be writing anything on the board, but if I was to write something on the board, then my definition of life coaching would read something like this: a purposeful conversation between two people that inspires them to step outside of their comfort zones and take the initial steps towards doing what they genuinely want to do in life, and also towards becoming who it is that they genuinely want to be. Now, from my perspective, when I'm coaching anyone, all I'm ever really looking at is, from my perspective, the best that this person could possibly become. I'm looking to identify traits. I'm looking for character. I'm looking for skill sets and talents. I'm looking to encourage, to motivate, enthuse, and inspire that person to put down and reject any limiting beliefs that they have developed about themselves at some point in the past, in view of stepping out of the comfort zones and becoming a faster, a sharper, and a far more effective version of themselves on into the future. Obviously, what I say and how I say what I say is going to determine whether all of this happens. So therefore, it's just as well that we've added a really cool communication skills section and a language pattern section later on in the course, where you're going to be able to figure out for yourself the most effective ways that you can interact with other people to begin bringing out the very best in them. But just to wrap this video up, where I would like to point you in the direction of is the additional material section of this video, where you're going to find a downloadable fact sheet stroke workbook, which has a bit of the history of life coaching, where it's come from, what it is, what it isn't. It's got my definition written down in it, and there's also a little bit of space where I'm going to ask you now to actually write your own definition, just so that you're not copying mine. And it's not that you can't copy mine. If you can't come up with anything that's any better than this, then please feel free to adopt my definition as your own. Either way, I would just love you now to spend a few moments to work out what life coaching could possibly mean for you, just based upon what it is that I've already shared with you in the course up until now. So as you take a few moments to do that, I'm going to head for a Starbucks, and then I'm going to look forward to seeing you again in the next video.